Okay. So R4 is our low high or our reverse lunge. Lunge reverse, probably the most successful combination in karate history, but the reverse lunge almost as successful. The reverse lunge ideally works best from mirror image. And again, there are certain techniques that work well from swap the legs, certain techniques that work well from JT style, certain techniques that work best from mirror style footwork. Lunge reverse is one of the best ones for this because you're actually taking yourself out of the equation, out of the strike zone when you hit. If you are JT style this way, when you do your lunge reverse, your reverse lunge, you're always going to be in the zone, which is directly in their hitting zone, straight ahead. There's not much you can do about that. And if you wish, you can cross your legs over. 1, 2, step right through a Yumiyashi. Ideally, I use this technique whenever I mirror image to my opponent. So if we're this way, because what I'm going to do is not cross my legs over, I'm going to drag my leg in and then move my leg forward again. Because what effectively it's doing, if you look at this line here, I'm coming in off the line and back. So I'm actually working across, which means if my opponent's strike zone is here, I'm working myself out of their strike zone, not finishing back inside their strike zone. As soon as you do a Yumiyashi, you're back inside their strike zone. If I do it this way, I'm working out of their strike zone. Now, like the last technique, our goal is to hit without stepping our front foot forward. As soon as I do this, the pick-off might come. So all I want to do is get my weight forward here. Again, only in the vicinity of his hand. That's going to distract his hand. This hand does not come back. 1, 2. Once again, notice I've hit before my feet have crossed. So I'm hitting outside of strike zone. And I've hit him before I've given him a chance to register myself coming forward. 1, 2. Here. 1, 2. Here. Notice I'm finishing to the side. So I'm out of his strike zone. If I do a Yumiyashi, I step through. 1, 2. Look where I finish up. Right in his strike zone. So from here, 1, 2. I'm finishing to the side here. So we go this way. For the camera. Maybe over this way for the camera. So we're in front at the moment. I don't want this way. Sorry. So you can't see me. I'm in front of Ash at the moment. 1, 2, 3. I'm finishing up here. 1, 2, 3. Finishing up here. So back to this side. 1. Again, do not cross and then punch. Hit early. Hit, just like I said with Kuncho's combinations. He often has a technique in Heikadach. Ideally, we're kind of working off that and we're keeping our hips 45. 1, 2. So we go a bit faster. 1, 2. 1, 2. Stand as much as you can, keep it still. As soon as you do this, he recognizes that this technique is in the game now. I want him to be thinking purely of that I'm just doing another one of my favorite techniques. Boom. So he's used to this technique. Suddenly that technique changes. And I do not cross the front foot. So if he goes for a pick-off, he's going to pick off, I'm stepping in, I'm experiencing the pick-off, so I'm hitting him early enough before the pick-off. Again, Zanshin's important. 1, 2, 3. We go faster now. Now if I have, say we on, now with this time with JT style, but not mirror image. So with this one, the way I use this technique, I know it's completely different, it's not even a new curriculum, but the other one I'm leading with my reverse and working my footwork. I'll keep the same footwork, 1, but you notice how I'm finishing in the strike zone, and now I'm just going to work with a reverse punch straight up. So from here, hit. Notice I haven't stepped my front foot. Have not stepped. Yes, that looks a bit Superman, but I straighten myself up. You practice this. 1, 2, 1, 2. As long as you don't look like this, you'll be fine. You want it to look like power at the back. Power with a balance. You'll always get to a point in a bout, at some point, where you have a Mexican standoff. Ash will know what I'm talking about. Where you hear, he's thinking, you attack. And I'm thinking, you attack. And I'm also thinking, maybe I should attack. And he's also thinking, maybe I should attack. And we're both thinking, what's going to happen next? And we both kind of, it's that Mexican standoff where I can see that I want to do something, but I can see he's ready. And he's thinking he wants to do something, but I'm ready. So this is a technique I love to use with the Mexican standoff, and this will work because the lean, again, the reason why I'm in the Mexican standoff is, and a lot of people lose, I know I'm going off on a tangent, but a lot of people lose because they're in the Mexican standoff and they think, hell with it, I'll go. Lunge, and they get ticked off. So because again, he's poised and ready, and as soon as I cross the line, he knows now, pick-off mode. So I want to keep him out of that pick-off mode by hitting him without stepping my foot forward. So what I'm going to do, slowly, is we're in that Mexican standoff, and now my focus is to be in pick-off position. I'm actually waiting for him to attack so I can pick off. Because when you're in that poised position, people tend to get a bit closer because they register that you're in defensive. So I'm actually lulling him into the fact that I'm in a defensive mode, and then go a little bit further up. You probably wouldn't get that close without hitting me. Then get a little bit closer, I'm lulling him in, and then this hand, with this leg and this lean, boom, he's hitting, my foot will stay on the ground, hitting him there. One, boom, and then I cross through. So if I'm here, my goal is to take him by surprise, touch his hand, 1, 2. Similar to the Superman, but we're not stepping through. So from here, I lull him in. Sometimes I'll even drop my hands. Because the more you do this, the more your opponent will relax their hands as well. Because even if you attack, I've still got my pick off. So I lull him in, and then come over the top. So I'm going to lull him in, come over the top. And again, I'm not stepping forward before I strike. Boom. From here, it's got to dry mouth here. Lull him in, Make sense? So lull in, back. And related to the R technique, the R4, boom, with the footwork. Working our back leg up, and then our front leg to re-stabilize. So R1, reverse. R2, reverse. R3, reverse back face. R4, mirror image, reverse lunge. Or if you're not mirror image, think of the same footwork, hit in this way. So then we've got R5. R5 is once again where we're stepping through our Yumiashi, using our reverse punch again without the step, getting our lean on, reverse. This is again for people who tend to back away. So you can set up recently, you score with a reverse, they tend to back away. I'm expecting him to back away. Even if he doesn't, that's okay. But 1, stepping through with my reverse. So if he backs away slightly, 1, 2. I can keep his hand up if I wish. 1, 2. 1, 2. If he holds his ground, it doesn't matter too much. 1, 2. I'm just keeping this hand here. 1, 2. Big fan. So now fast. Or if he edges away. There you go. Edges away. Holds his ground. Reverse. Take down. Reverse. Scoop. Reverse. Scoop. It's the final product for the high grades. 1, 2, 3. Get their weight back. 1, 2. Take the leg. Oh, high grade.